Wow. It's almost like this is Dark Cloud too. We are doing star things, right? I'm like starting here. I'm like, oh no, have I fallen back in time? And I am no longer where I needed to be, but no. No, it's okay. Cool. Always fun when it takes a second to load. But, no worries. Okay. I don't mess with these things. Fat Naga is a little bit rude, but alright. This is fine. I should just accept. Or I should just leave. Immediately just go. I mean, I shouldn't. I should do stuff here, but I love how the RNG is like, alright, bro, if you're gonna make fun of my names, just get out of here. Right, and I have a new hits animation or attack animation pattern combo. It's great. It's actually, it feels much better. Right, and I also have a machine gun, so I'm just kind of rocking new exciting gear. It's really hilarious how much better this thing controls when you're locked onto an enemy. When you aren't, oh, I remember these things. Beautiful. Okay. Jeez. Cool. I was having a test the other day. I was playing around with my video editing software, and I decided, this was honestly a while ago now, I decided to splurge on DaVinci Resolve Studio. And I paid it off in like 4 payments, because I didn't buy it in one bulk. It's expensive. I paid it off in 4 payments, and it was really awesome, and I still like using it. And I've used, honestly, a fair amount of video editing software over the years. Some really like premier stuff, and then a lot of the open source or built into the OS options as well. DaVinci Resolve Studio is definitely hands down the best. But it's like, it clearly is tuned to such a degree of professional that I'm barely scratching the surface when I use it for stuff like this. But, you know, it's fine. Either way, I was playing around with the option for RTX Super Scale, because I actually originally wanted to try out the, they have this feature, like this AI set extender, and I thought, wouldn't it be interesting to see what it does with old video games where maybe the actual ratio is like 4:3, so you have these black bars that were never there. But for the purposes of, like, you know, making a full screen 1080p at a minimum video, and kind of like doing an intro cutscene or adding to the presentation of whatever, I was curious, could the AI set extender do it? But then I went down the rabbit hole, and even though I have the full software, the studio version of the software at that, the AI functionality right now is locked to their, like, that AI functionality is locked to their cloud service, which makes sense, because, like, to do it locally, you would need hardware that could run the model locally, and video generation is, that's powerful stuff. That's not the average piece of hardware can run that. So I ultimately didn't do it because I didn't want to use the cloud thing right now, especially like for longer projects. I could totally see the validity or the dollar value of that. I didn't even look at it cost anything, honestly. Maybe it's free. some people, you know, like if you were doing longer projects or you were editing like movies, yeah, you want the cloud. You need the cloud to back up and have that security for your data, that extra check. And then it being on the cloud means it has access probably via some API to the AI models that can actually do that generation and then feed it back to the tool. And that makes more sense than like adding it to the local thing. So, you know, I get it. But it was a little bit sad to see it advertised in the update for Resolve 20 and not be able to use it. But this brings me more to my point of I used rendering 4x ultra super scale, which is a somewhat is a neural network aided feature. You know, you could call that AI. It's kind of a tertiary framework. Either way, using Superscale, and it is interesting to see what Superscale does and how it improves the quality of the picture, arguably. Like it is good for removing noise. So it could be, you know, it's a fun way if someone was really to do a cinematic take or re-edit of cutscenes to upscale when you don't have original footage accessible. Sometimes you do, and you know, that's like the best option, but it's not always so. Ooh, all right. That being said, it definitely feels like we're closing in on the end of Dark Cloud 2, which is also kind of why I've been playing it a lot back to back and doing longer sessions, because I'm kind of just like, I don't want to lose a sense of what's happening, but I also, you know, want to finish. Like, it's fun to finish a game. There's actually a point where I almost considered just dropping this one, and then I kind of had to question why I thought that was worthwhile at all. Like, it's fun to finish games. I was just a little bit I don't know, burnt out by the repetition, maybe a little bit. Some other factors there. I think there's a reality when it comes to doing something like this and publishing anything. Is you kind of want it to be observed, and if it's only being so observed, you almost feel like keeping it to yourself. Maybe that's just me, but the truth of it is it's a skill set like anything else. And a hobby. You know, it's nice to be able to relax. Of course, they're going to put the big things with Monica's level. Like, this is intentional, I swear. Oh, well, I got 20 windstones. I can only hope these do good damage. Hey. Nice. That'll work. Oh, you know what? I don't even... What I have is better, but I want to be upgrading this, so... Oh, there's 3 paths. I probably should look at that in the future. Just so I don't absolutely make the wrong choice. Well, that is... in part, very convenient. Ow. No, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I wonder, is Monica too under-leveled to do this right now? Do I need kind of just cheese my way through this with stones. I'm totally okay with that. I don't know if I'm going to have enough. That's my only concern. Oh, good. Yeah, it doesn't bode well that I deal so little damage with Monica, but I've really been power leveling max. So that's, you know, it is what it is. Now, I mean, that's just bad. Cool. All right. Well, I'm getting calls from people I don't know. I don't think I'm going to answer that. Man, I hate phones. Like, honestly, oh, that sucks. If you're not texting me, like, I probably don't need to have a conversation with you. Okay, well, it's very convenient that I got the Luna Stone already. I probably should just leave now. Yeah, I genuinely don't know if... I mean, I guess I could try the other weapon that I have right now that's slightly more, you know, upgraded. But, it's one of those book scam things. Every now and then this happens to me. It's pretty normal. Somebody gets my number and tries to prey on the fact that I publish books and sell me some crap. It's honestly pretty frustrating, because I think it's definitely designed to prey on, you know, like young and very optimistic artists who want to like catch a big break, who want to just be discovered, who think, you know, it's all one phone call away from happening. Don't get me wrong, there is that reality for some people. Most of those people's parents work in the industry already, so they kind of know the call is coming. I'm kidding. Only partially. But I'm just gonna leave. Oh wait, no, do I have to kill everything to break? Yeah, I probably do, don't I? I doubt these guys get poisoned, do they? Do you get bombed? Not really. I mean, that's gonna be a maddening way to do things. Yeah. I mean, is there a georama on this level? Maybe I can poke around for that. but it might be the extent of, oh, good. Yeah, I might just need to level Monica more to come back here and break the seal if I even care to. But as far as I can tell, well, yeah, we'll come back if we ever need something from here. It's not a big deal. Yeah, there aren't even Georama here. And this is presumably a boss, but I actually need some bread, maybe cheese at the very least. So let's go. Do I have to be max to get into the thing? I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't close enough. Like, I think the guy here lives and sells stuff, right? Does he have bread? Does he have any healing items? Am I already wearing one? Did I buy one of what I already have, or is this different? Nice. My style is, well, at least I know what I like. Alright, let's sell some low-level weapons. Let's sell this stick. We got 2 of these. Let's sell that. Cool. I got bread. Now, I guess I have to go all the way back to the Heimrada place to now get Cedric, which kind of sucks. But that's okay. It's more kind of just like menuing around more than it is anything truly awful, but this should probably be a boss. Chamber of the Sleeping Water Gun. It's just some like toddler with a little dollar store thing. Oh no, it's a snake. The snake that goes underground. It's pretty cool looking snake. Guardian of the ancient treasure. Said dragon. Sea dragon? I think sea dragon makes more sense than said dragon. I just misread the text. Alright, Sea Dragon. What is your defense against Nova Cannons? It is to slowly waddle towards me like no snake ever or dragon would. Oh, good. Yes. But can you beat the ultimate might of my propeller? Nope. Okay, and I kind of want to get the last hit as Monica if I can. Ow. Ooh. Let me, I love having to use Polu's anti-poison. Yeah, please let me use an antidote. Great. All right. I guess I should become Max for a second. Take a picture of this. Just in case I end up needing it. I know the fire one is essential.
Wow.
Yep, water gems are pretty darn pretty, aren't they? Okay. Well, then I guess we'll just continue on getting all of the other items. Oh, okay. So, I guess I'll go back now because I've kind of jumped out of order. Which is cool. There wasn't a star path in the sewers, was there? I doubt it. I'm just going to go double check. Yeah. Okay, so we did Stindane. We haven't done... Or... I don't know. Okay, again dropped off by our friend the vulture thing. I think, right? Condor. Oh man, this level. So long ago now. That has actually been a somewhat significant series, hasn't it? It's not short by any stretch. I love how strong I am compared to these guys. And even then, like, bashing them apart, it's taking forever with Monica. I think generally Max has, or like with a wrench, has a very high smash stat or something like that. So he's generally really good against armored enemies, which is probably why it feels to me like Monica can be underpowered. But it's just the type of enemy that I try and like smack. Oh, I'm just getting destroyed. Everything is awful. Okay. Okay, I don't know that guy's deal, but he didn't like me. He was hiding behind a mask. Gosh, yeah, a lot of these guys up here, aren't there? Alright, sorry game. I'm gonna use Max real quick. Yeah, he's so much stronger right now. Again, I'm bad at, like, I don't like playing multiple characters. I don't even, like, have a preference between the two. I think Max and Monica are both good characters. It's entirely just a I like to play a singular entity. It's like, honestly, when like I see a game is like, and you'll observe the narrative across multiple different characters. I'm like, oh man, I'm probably never gonna buy that game. Like, it's really tough for me to want to do that. I like just being one dude. Because again, I've even spoken to this across videos on my channel. The degree of introversion that I experience is that I barely even want to get to know a protagonist. So to have to like go beyond that, like get to know multiple characters, like it's real difficult for me because I'm just not into people often. Like, definitely my favorite type of experience is when I get to make a character and kind of just make my own choices, and I don't have to obey some background or, you know, whatever. It's nice to just get to be a dude. Like, if I'm gonna roleplay, I really want the roleplay to be forced on me. Like, I don't know, is it exploding? Nope, destroy my weapons, great. Ah, well. Yeah, like I like an experience where if you're gonna be someone, it's very much good, perfect. Part of the whole thing mechanically as well. I don't want to just be like, you're this guy, but during gameplay, you could do whatever you want, dress however you want, make any choice you want, spend your time however you want, and it's only in cutscenes that the person actually has agency, and then you lose all of yours. Like, it's the same reason I didn't like Red Dead Redemption 2. I thought the game was beautiful, handled really well, looks, you know, great, played great, all that stuff. It just felt like two different games between the one that you were playing and the one that you were watching. And I literally stopped. Like, I've come since gone on to learn, you know, some of the dramatic twists of the game and stuff like that. And I think it's, you know, commendable for the story it goes on to tell. You know, it's cool. But I stopped playing at the point where you have to chase a guy down a river and he like jumps into a barrel and you have to like run and ride alongside the river while he's in the barrel, or in the river in general, you know, swimming away from you at the speed of the river. And it's just because when I got to that point, I saw the guy, I crept up from behind him, and I was like, there's no way this guy isn't gonna try and run or jump into the river. He was like perfectly positioned to do it. I immediately saw that it was gonna happen. So I went out of my way to like try and lasso him from the bush, and the game just didn't let me, right? Like, you know, it's a video game. The item just bounced off him like he was a part of the scenery, and I didn't get any reward or anything like that. But it was just like, the game is so interactive on so many other levels. You know, you have so much choice that it sucks to have this like simulator almost, you know, then lock you into any of the actual things that matter. So I just like, I don't know, I didn't feel like my investment in the game was going to be worth it, and I just kind of stopped at that point. But I was like, I remember having fun up until then, more or less. And you know, I guess there's limitations in that too, and that it's a prequel, so certain things have to go certain ways because of the way that the game that follows ends up and all of that. Do I have the item to leave? I do, a big chunk of meat. All right, let's get out of here. Believe it? Ow. I like how when you can see in there, there's like nothing. It's just a balloon guy in a head. He doesn't actually have any body. PS2 games. He's like a balloon head or something. I think that's part of the gimmick, but it's still humorous to me. Cool. All right. Heal it with the sword at the last minute. All right. Yes. Star key. Boom. And now meat. Get out of here. Okay, cool. Dun, 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 dun. La 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 la. All right, we're just gonna switch over to Max here because I need a level Monica, and this is not the place to do it. I don't think. It's taking too long per item or per creature. Cool. All right, what do we got? My main question now becomes like, outside of some arbitrary limitation, like, you know, the boss fight forces me to use every single thing I have. Oh, okay, that's fine. I'm curious if I'm actually going to need to level both characters. I can't really recall. I don't know. Because it seemed to be, at least with that first fight with Griffin, I had relative free range to just go, this is how I'm going to do it. I guess I could do this. Ow. Yeah, okay. Get out, become Monica. Yeah, I guess I could just do this, right? It does work. I should look definitely into what her weapon becomes, because I can only imagine her dad's sword can become pretty cool. Sucks my dad hadn't upgraded it, but, you know, video games. That's just how it goes. I would argue that I don't like stats, actually. I don't care about stats. I don't like difficulties. You know, there's a lot of these, like, things that I actually feel like could be better represented through gameplay. You know, like, why, you know, like guns. Why do guns have stats? You know, it's realistically, it's not like being shot is ultimately any less lethal. You know, don't get me wrong, I recognize there's different sizes of bullet calibers, velocities, there's different, you know, gun shooting more, you know, there's different bullet shapes and types and Full Metal Jackets, and I get it. You know, I understand that. But I just mean, like, couldn't that, you know, the power of a weapon, the penetration of it, the handling of it, the effect it has on targets, soft targets versus hard targets, couldn't it all just be better represented in gameplay? Like, you have to take it to a firing range, or you try it in the field. You go, oh, heck, this thing, kicks like a horse, but it blows the hell out of anything it touches. Or, this one, I had to make a few shots to make sure whatever I'm hitting stays down, but it's very easy to make those shots reliably. Like, I think those types of discussions are more interesting than mine does 335 damage and it doesn't look very good or whatever, but it deals the most damage, so I like that it deals the most damage. And like, I don't know, maybe, it's mean for me to talk about it like that, but it's also why stuff like, even unfortunately, current Monster Hunter is something I'm just kind of waiting on the next big expansion for, because I don't really need to edge out 5% more damage or 10% more damage or a few extra defense points because of the new armor, when I already wasn't having issues dealing damage or getting hit. It was already like, such a moderate increase that the need isn't all that present. Like, it's not real. And I don't know. So things like, Diablo, for example. I think mechanically Diablo is cool, but I haven't liked it since Diablo 2. I haven't really sunk time into one since Diablo 2. I beat 3, and I own 4, and I didn't get to the end of it. I was playing it with my wife, and we both just got bored. I was like actively, even now thinking about it, I'm yawning. I was having troubles not falling asleep during the gameplay. Like, literally, I would like start playing and be like, oh, okay, let's play a sesh. This is fun. So I'm gonna play co-op. And like halfway through, just like smashing the same button and making no choices really about my character and stuff. I was just kind of like, whatever. Because I don't know. I can't actually, not a good thing. I can't tell you what the leveling system was like in Diablo 4. I can't remember. Nope. No memory of it. Wasn't even that long ago that I played, and I can't tell you anything about it. I can tell you everything about Diablo 2's leveling system still to this day. I remember all the menus, all the tabs in the menus. I remember the different builds for the different things. Maybe it's just on me that I didn't get enough into Diablo 4. But I don't know. I just didn't feel like there was legitimate build variety, and I kind of got bored. And yeah, it was just too grindy. Like, it immediately felt too grindy, and not in like a fun way, just in like an obligatory fear of missing out way. So, nah, that's okay. Not every game has to be for everyone, but I really do like when games just have more loose explanations for the effectiveness of weapons. Like, I say that, and then I'm going to probably consider adding some stats of some kind to my text-based game, but it's only because you can't. The Star Breaker, is that better than what I got? I'm just getting all free guns. What am I building anything for? 34 compared to what? Is mine 65? Okay, well, I'll take it. Whatever. Even though my gun's just painfully bad right now, and it may stay that way forever unless I'm obliged to change it. Okay, cool. But yeah, like in a text-based game, like here, in Dark Cloud 2, there's, you can visually represent a weapon change. You can do what like you did in this weapon, which you should have been doing the whole game, Dark Cloud 2. Changing up the attack pattern for the weapon. How the weight is, how frequently enemies get knocked out and stuff like that. that's all stuff you can play with in a real 3D environment. But when something is text-based, the swing speed of a weapon is the same sentence. You know, it's while I am trying to build a combat system that is a little bit more dynamic, it's still, you don't have as many variables to tweak when something is text-based. So I may add stats to some weapons, even if I think ideally getting away from them makes for a better game. Oh, I'm just leaning away to drink water every time I finish a dungeon too. I'm thirsty, and water, jeez. You haven't drank water in a while. Here's your recollection to go do that. It's worth doing. Okay, evil spirits in the valley. Sounds menacing. God, you know what I was just thinking as well? You know what would be cool in this game? Having to do like some reverse levels. So like, not only do you have to build up towns and stuff like that, but Griffin is actively sending forces and corrupting people to push back. So not only, you know, like, in here it feels a little bit stationary. I'll point out why I'm thinking this. You can blow something up. You can push back against his forces. You can you can, for all intents and purposes, win. And Griffin just kind of concedes to that area. He's like, oh, well, you did good. You beat all the objectives. Okay, I'm done. But I think it would be extra satisfying to, like, go through the dungeon, and after you beat it, now it's yours, right? Ooh. And you have to, like, put your own guys down, or Max has to build robots or like defenses, and you have to kind of like do a reverse tower defense thing. So now, you know, Griffin's forces are going to kind of try and come through your dungeons, and an area is really only considered truly safe once both you have completed all of the objectives and Griffin can't take it back from you with all of his enemies and converted soldiers and future powers and prowess and whatever. Wow, I hate everything about this. Nope, not what I wanted. Sorry, Monica. I wanted the ride pod of get the heck out of my face, mummy. Okay. Boop. Boop. All right. Awesome. Oh, really? Is that so, Mimic? And you shall perish, my friend. You shall perish. Okay. Red in this economy. Awesome. What do you have for me? An abs coin? Love ABS. Okay. Holy crystals. Cool, 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 cool. Oh, and I have a way out, but I guess I should go get the georama that's on this level. Ooh. So much stuff to do. Yeah, I just kind of think it would be fun to have different problems to solve in this game. And honestly, as I'm replaying it, like I remember when I was younger and I replayed it, or I played it for the first time, I remember getting into the fishing. I remember doing the fishing competitions and stuff like that because I was kind of, you know, more just like happy to search and discover back then, I guess. Oh. That's not what I thought. My bad. Nah. I'm the worst. I get distracted and then my train of thought just leaves. Like, I think I picked up a train of thought in the middle of the night last night about something that I was talking about, like when it came to emulation and the hardware required to do it. And I, like, often forget that it's considered something that, like, maybe is difficult to configure or challenging to put together. But I've always been into the emulation scene, like way back when. Actually, when my Super Nintendo broke, because I had one, emulation is how I continued to play my library that I just couldn't access anymore because it was just effectively gone. Unplayable, and getting another one was not viable. So it was definitely a awesome save back in the day. And since I've kind of just become one of those people that, oh, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I've since become one of those people that's like very big into archiving their stuff. I have hard copy backups of most physical media that I have. And I've been doing that for a long time. I even, at a certain point, was backing up all of my Game Boy games back in the day. And I've persisted those dumps throughout multiple computers. Which is kind of fun, because now I have a Retroid Pocket 5. And it was kind of cool to get like the biggest SD card I could and just consolidate all of that collection over the years into one place that can play it all for the most part. But again, that's something that I could say is maybe a misunderstanding, I think, about emulation, and that's a lot more efficient nowadays than it used to be. Even with older hardware, you know, like I would say the older series of GPUs may not have as great Vulkan compatibility, but they do generally do okay with OpenGL, and a good amount of emulators support OpenGL. If you have anything near a modern GPU, Vulkan does great. And you know what? Depending on the emulator and depending on, you know, the generation of your hardware, some still support DirectX 11, DirectX 12, and that older compatibility can be really useful. If you've always wondered what those are and you don't know, they're graphics APIs. They are like a framework of commands that can be used to communicate desires of what to show or how to show it. You know, like the graphics API determines like how a circle is drawn, or how a certain shape is handled, or how reflections and other things can be referenced and used. And then you build your game incompatibility or with the ability to be, called by this graphics API. It's a very, very bad explanation of what those things are. And yeah, some older GPUs are compatible with older frameworks. Some have a wider berth of compatibility. Like the 3000 series of GPUs from NVIDIA is kind of in a sweet spot where it has a good amount of stuff from the past, like DX11, 12, and like the original PhysX drivers and stuff like that. And it can still use a good chunk of stuff from the future, a few versions of DLSS, DLLA, blah, 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 RTX and CUDA cores. So it's an interesting mix where when you start to move ahead with the 5000 series GPUs, you have a incompatibility with their version of PhysX drivers, which means that some old games that like render ragdoll animations with the PhysX API of drivers and stuff like that, it actually handles it really bad, despite the fact the hardware is tremendous. It doesn't work as well because of that incompatibility at a architecture level. So it's too new to do old stuff well. And that's another big value of emulators, right? As things continue to get older, I do see emulation as one of the greatest methods of preservation. Because, there's two types of preservationists broadly. And you could say this for lots of groups. But I think there's preservationists who want stuff to be accessible and are willing to make concessions as long as something can still be used or accessed or viewed or consumed by people going forward throughout all time. There's the archivist who's, I would say, practical about media. And then there's the archivist who's more of a collector, who may want things to stay preserved perfectly forever and never be disturbed. The type of person who gets a whole bunch of comics, rare comics, good comics, but never reads them because it would distort the value of the comic or potentially damage the comic. Emulation is really, really great for the type of archivist or the type of preservationist who wants things to be played, like at a high level and at a long enough span of time. Yeah, digital data can be lost too, but there's ways to mitigate that or, copy it, keep it alive. Through proliferation, there is preservation. But you can't do that with like a physical item. You can't do that with, your very rare Spider-Man comic. There's just only that physical one. And you probably don't want to hand it out to people and have them read it and, ruin it. So, emulation definitely fills that gap where if people just want to play games and they don't need a box, they don't need whatever, they just want to be able to experience the thing. Yeah, emulation is ideal for that. And you can do a lot of changes too. And arguably, and I would say this for any of these kind of like interests that bring you into the fold, stuff like this is what gets you a job in computer science. It's what prepares you for, going deeper into these fields of understanding why something works the way that it does. If it weren't for stuff like, for better or worse, like figuring out how to torrent stuff back in the day, or, doing video editing or photo editing, or figuring out how to get games running on an emulator, there's, oh, God damn it. Foundational information and skills that come from those lessons. Now that's okay. I just didn't have enough healing items, or I need more cheese or something. That's okay. It's okay. It's all the benefit of all that aggressive saving. So I guess I'm just going to go to the future of Heimrada. Yeah. And the Gundarada workshop. And we'll go to the item shop. Hey, look at that. It's almost like I knew where I was going. I didn't. Hello, sir. I require cheese, water, this thing. Ah, beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna sell that. Sell that for no real reason either. I just felt like it. Chaos, I know. I'm not gonna fish, so I might as well sell all these. Just feel like if I was going to, I would have at this point, right? So what's the value in keeping them around? Okay, cool. I don't think there's anything else I need here, so let's... Yeah. You know what? Whatever. I need to be in Heimrada anyways. I want to go repair my thing. Cool. Interhouse. Hello, Cedric. You know, I guess I can buy some armor for the rad pod too while I'm here, so that's not a bad idea. Can I add you to the party now that I don't need you to, Cool. Be at the train? Let's do that. Okay. Now we get to do the fun of, talk, upgrade, talk. All right. Oh, no. Okay. Beautiful. Very, very beautiful. And now we can go back here. Back to Starlight Canyon. We can exit the dungeon from here because I want to save. Yeah, because if I go right back in, it's going to let me... Oh, no, this is the station. What the heck? Whatever, I'll save at the station. I don't understand this game's logic for when and how save is shown in the dungeons. It's fine. Move. Okay, I would love to finish all of the star paths this video. Set ourselves up for just the final dungeon and boss. Who knows, though? We'll see. Yes, I know. Blue seal. All right, let's go. I'm not going to be polite this time either. I'm just going to Nova Cannon my way to success. Although I will pick up the experiences, Mac. Cool. What did I get? Wow, a magic crystal. Okay. More rolling logs. I'm kind of just opening up chests out of tradition, a sense of right and wrong in the world, not really any true need for stuff. Okay, it looks like I need to go over this way. Hey, Iron Mask. You're really vulnerable to my wrench, so I'm going to smack you. Cool. Out of curiosity, right? Now this thing... Oh, well, that actually has a few points to level up. Damn. Okay, I'm just going to look really quickly here. I don't even... At this point... We might as well do the right stuff. Okay, Sigma Breaker, Dark Cloud 2. So, we need... Yep, okay, so that flame is gonna have to come up real high. So, we might as well just do... Yeah, let's start there. No, that won't give us enough, but it'll give us close. Oh no, apparently that is enough. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Okay, then let's be a little bit more reasonable here. Okay, now it's just Beast. I only have 7, but I'll put them down. No, need more Beast. Huh. Okay, yeah, this works. Might not be the best, but it works. I don't know if it'll be enough. It is grade 0. Oh no. Yeah, those sound like enemies. The Moonflower fence sounds like something that's not going to be until the end, but that's okay. Cool. Get that geostone. I don't even know what I need it for. Cool. Oh yeah, I can't even get the Monica XP here, so it doesn't really matter. I guess leveling up the gun is something. Ow. Might as well go eat everything, right? I don't even know. I guess. I think it's the right choice. It feels like the right choice. Yeah, can my gun get some upgrades? That's 22 points. Needs, oh god, needs a lot of stuff. Okay. Nope, still needs more Cyclone there. Cool. Okay, that's fine. Now it needs more Smash. So let's just put all... Oh, no, 7. Okay, well, it'll get there. Yeah, I am curious about this. Okay, so there's a few options here. But if I spectrumized, yeah, I could spectrumize that, and it does a big wall up. I might save and then do that. And like try and port over the work of that blade onto hers. Wow. All that for orange paint. The suffering is not worth it. Okay. Really quickly, I'm gonna go to max here. What? Bro. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, nice. Okay. That was kind of dumb of me. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this is completely random, but just occurred to me. Is anyone who's watched this video used to play Maple Story? I used to play, and now I'm like completely out of the loop. I looked at it on the mobile version, because again, I had this Retroid Pocket 5, and I was like, maybe it'd be fun to have Maple Story on here. You know, look back at how it's grown, or try a new character in the modern era. Go back to level 200 back in the day. And you can't even like play a classic character anymore. It's like all these like heroes or something. You can't even like make a guy. It seems like, I don't know what's happened with the game, but it's definitely like, it looks awful now. Really sad to see something that used to be like such a stellar example of like a shit bucket game. Now it's like, I don't even get the entry points. It's like, I don't know, bro. Whatever. It's a shame too, because I was totally gonna like play an assassin and get back. Like, games shouldn't really delete their core experience. That's something I definitely feel pretty strongly about. All right, well, based on the bosses in so far, this one's probably not going to be too big of a deal. But let's play around with it and see what happens, eh? Oh man, it's a big one of these guys guarding this ceremonial item for some reason. We're gonna just disregard why one of the clown people working for one of the early villains is here protecting this item. Nothing to worry about. And yep. Looks like we're gonna be okay here. Pulse pounding fight though, so we're on the edge there for a moment. All right. Cool. So with that done, yeah, we're gonna leave. Let's become Monica for a moment here. And let's do that thing with her sword. Let's see if I instantly regret it or if it's awesome. Yeah. No, that's awesome. That's a big bonus. Okay, so now let's look at the Holy Daedalus blade. Okay. Okay, it can become a few. The first thing is the ruler's sword. Okay, the Atlamillia sword looks cool. Ultimately, Sun sword kind of looks cool. Wow, it can go a lot of different directions. Yeah, I admit the middle option kind of seems more my thing. Yeah. So I think the middle option is more my deal. Let's try and upgrade a little bit into that. Okay, now we just need some more Cyclone and Exorcism in there, but that can come with time. Cool. Alright, well. That'll be developed as we continue to go. I actually have hit the end of my recording window here, so I'll see you around the next episode, Dark Cloud 2. Thanks for watching. Bye.